What's going on? Back, man. Back from the post. Let me go check that out, actually. Might as well. Check that out real quick. Don't mind me, man. I'm just checking up the postal number here. Wonder if I can do that without glasses. Yeah, I guess so, because the sun's out. Sun's out. The wind is high and the sun is out today. Yeah, there it is. What's going on? I'm just trying to get this package tracking deal. hmm Right on, right on. It's acting funny. Got it. There we go. Cheers to that done. Work done. Out of work, out of work. One way or another. Yo, Space Monkey. Yo, yo, it's Dave, man. I got the stuff, man. Yo, man, it's Dave. Come on. What? Yo, it's Dave. Dave? Yeah, man, it's Dave. Open up. Let me in. Dave's not here, man. That's so funny, man. That's in the book. That's one of the first things they did as a practice run. He said, Lou Adler says, "So what do you guys need from me?" And Chong goes, $200 and a tape recorder. And then Cheech says, 200 each, man. 200 each. That started it. Lou Adler was awesome, man. The films he's associated with, like Up in Smoke, like, Ladies and Gentlemen, The Fabulous Stains, like Rocky Horror Picture Show, the acts that he's associated with, like Mamas and the Papas, like Alice Cooper, like, everybody that he's helped, He is legit Kangol wearing man. Good man. When I see that movie, when I see that movie, Sunset Strip, it's funny because I think of that guy. He's like, I got my ear to the ground and my nose to the grind. Never mind. But yeah, I think about him a little because he's got quite a pronounced feature. Features. Speaking of features, featured lemonade, which I believe is an ale, but it ain't bad. And my son, now that he's 21, it's like the only thing he likes at all. It's funny because that's quite a hit. And when I first gave him, his birth 21 day, I seltzered down everything. But I gave him one of these, and he's like, "Does it get stronger at the end?" Does it get stronger at the end? Brilliant question. Brilliant question. We all get stronger in the end. But Dave's not here. Cheers, yo. And I know those gummies aren't coming, Space Monkey, because I saw the last package delivery for today, the second round. It ain't coming. Dang. Oh well. I got my shit out in the post. I really did it. I do what I'm supposed to do, man. Excuse me. Sometimes on my time, sometimes on the world's. Today it was on the world's. I would have went earlier, but I had to do one more thing. Damn, man. Watch out for the springtime, you know? And when the fish watch says there's a bunch of fish, too, watch out. I saw two banging ladies out there, I'm telling you that. Whoops. Whoops. Don't go out during fishing hours. I just had no choice. Making me weak. They're making me weak. Yeah, man, that guy got me, man. I guarantee whatever that picture was, it's like he already knew it was a guaranteed hit. Congrats, congrats. Yo, off grid, what's going on, man? this one is okay. This one is correct. How you doing, my man? Cheers. I'm just enjoying some drinks. I'll roll something up, but right now I got some commercial cigarettes, man, the flavored kind. Always enjoy that. I'm a sucker. Like I said, when you had your mops, I could only see your mops fruit snacks. I could only see that it was a cherry. I was like, oh, is that a Haribo? Because I love Haribo, you know. And you're like talking about how those things aren't really food. Well, you know, I said a Haribo, at least it's bone meal. You know what I mean? But yeah, a mops, it's really it's a corn syrup drop. It's a corn syrup drop, and the box tells you what it isn't. It isn't fat. It isn't this. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of funny, but it's really a corn syrup drop. But hey, man, that'll get you through to the next meal. I got some candy too, man. I didn't eat it yet. These Budweiser, Butterfingers, whatever. Jeez, these Butterface candies. Action! Time to go. I might bring my tape player out here and listen to some music, man. Now they got this function now. Look, bam. Therefore, I don't have to hide or hang paper. You know, my old method is now expired. We have a new function. Look at that. Boom, boom. Oh, they don't have any audio bounce. It's not like StreamYard. But anyway, it opens me up to. I'll push it and go get the tape player and listen to some music, man. Let's see. Hopefully, it'll start storming again. You know, listening to birds right now. Off grid. I figured out that whole thing, man. It's that. It's that avatar that he shared, right? I guess it was a topless man. That was my assumption, thinking that's not pornography or whatever. I didn't say that word. Uh, Thinking that was not a salacious thing or whatever, you know. But anyway, I think he knew it was like an already immediate hit photo. Like that photo is already in the books for the spider. I'm walking through the spider web. Leave a message and I'll call you back. Oh, likely story. Leave a message and I'll call you back. What's up, kid? Why? Oh yeah, okay. Come here, bring me my wallet real quick. Yeah, it's right there. And then so youthful, I scream my phone calls. No matter who goes, I scream my. Go ahead, take that, put that back, and then you get the two and the big drink or whatever. Get the big drink, even though we got those others. It's okay. Diversity. Oh, likely story. Oh, you was in the hospital? Nah, you was dead. I remember that time. You was dead. Maybe you should call in dead. Off grid, man. My sisters, my older ones, 10 and 12 years old, they used to pull their ears until they cracked blood in them too, you know? It's like, man, any kids that were like body playing instead of playing another sort of rag doll, you know? And body playing kids were the most vicious, of course. Body playing parents are worse, I guess. So I've heard. So it goes. I came up with a new one watching hockey the other day, or last week, I mean. I came up with a new, like, totally vicious, like, kid attack, you know? But anyway, should I tell anybody? Probably not. I got to tell my kids in defense scenario, you know? Tell them that any four of them is as good as anybody if they know who's assigned which limb. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know the word break means go. You get yours. You get yours. Your left leg, your right leg. You knew that. Big motherfucker, you can take that one, you know? Grab the limbs with your children. They need to be informed too, you know, so they can protect themselves. After all, they're not a different thing. They're the you in development or a human in development. You know? Different thing. There's no line when they get like a new sash and crown and they become something else. They're just in a phase. Off grid, man, something sprouted from my soil, not my seeds. Oh shit. Something sprouted from my soil, not my seeds. It was on the corner. And, you know, it's got nowhere to survive, but I don't know what it was. That's the part. It was not one of mine, man. Invader. We'll have to hold on my seats. They'll be here, man. Farmer just got in contact with me a little bit, so I contacted them back. You know, dude, they're messed up, man. Yo, man, I'm telling you, I order before the weekend and I don't get it by Tuesday, and I don't get it by boom, boom. Wait for it, Thursday, and I order before the weekend. They are slacking, man. They must be making a ton of money over there, or they must be eating so much of their own shit they don't know what they're doing. Whew. I certainly wouldn't go to that factory if I was planning on consuming. You don't dig into your own shit, you know. And it's the last goddamn Halloween for that factory. I got about a case and a half Molotov cocktails. Burn that son of a bitch to the ground. Yeah, they're getting high on that mushroom fucking. Maybe they're all like twitched out because they work near it, you know. God bless them if that's a syndrome. They might have like touching mushroom syndrome, touching whatever chemical that is syndrome. You know, they might walk around like that all the time. You know, like whoa, whoa, I can't keep up, bro. Yo, man. Oh yeah, yeah. There has to be 10. Yeah, yeah. No, I remember that was who did that? Boogie Down Productions or something? That's so fucking old. The Crack Commandments was so old. I can't even remember who it is. Damn, bro. I forgot. Oh, it was Notorious Big. I'm sorry. I don't really listen to Notorious Big a lot. I'm sorry. I was in school. When I was in college and that shit was popping off, it didn't work for me because I was in school for music. I could not listen to pop music, the radio, or whatever was coming. It was like, that's out of the question. I'm learning. Dum ba dum dum dum. That's it. The Dealer Commandments. Who is that? Oh, that's Notorious. Okay, Notorious. And I love his and his delivery and his accent, so to speak. What's up, Poppy Carl? How you doing, brother? My goodness, man. Should I ask my wife if she'll give me back the other half? No, I'm just kidding. I already did. I already did. What am I saying? Excuse me. And it isn't her fault, man. I'm splitting the road trip when they come. Oof. Sorry, Poppy. So sorry for my lack of decorum. Here we go. The wedding cake, the Shop Hella Marys that I on B Reels giveaway. I could not get any of these buds to focus earlier, so I'll try that again. Look, you see the glare that's there. But here we go again. One more attempt. This is what they look like. Anyway. Yeah, you can't see that. That's what they look like. Whoa, whoa. Here. There's a few of them. Two together, because they're smalls, man. I know they're tiny, right? They're tiny. Well, $0 for me, brother. $0 for me. Whoo! You ash bigger nugs. That's funny, dude. Well, give me some. You know where I'm at. You know where I'm at, Poppy Carl. No threat. No threatening that, man. Just give me the good shit, bro. You give me that Texas Thunder, man. Give me that. And don't forget, I do like snow. Snow in Texas, that is. That old Ciudad Juarez snow. You know where I'm at. Anyway. Yeah, it's a literal, like, right down the middle, like 5 out of 10 in effect. It really is. I got time. So that's not a problem. People who need to go fucking hit it in 10 minutes on their lunch break, this is not going to be the level they want. But, the company sells other levels. Yeah. So that's up to you. You're going to want something to hit you quicker and harder, I swear. But that's fine for me. I got time. And I'll put some keef in this shit later. And it won't matter, Put some keef in, spinner in. That do make it good. Vodka in the bitch. Put some vodka in it. Banana brandy, man. We taking out. Dippers. Let's do some dippers. Anybody got any PST? Yo, Space Monkey, you got any PST where you live? What you got? What you need? I got DVD. You want to buy DVD? I got a ton of them, man. I got everything. Orlando Broom, George Clooney, Iraq Armageddon. Iraq Armageddon. I got two. 2 for $6. All Tom Hanks movies, 2 for $6. That's pounds, okay? Pound sterling, no euro. Oh yeah, I got that one, man. No, I said no. It's PST. 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 I used to do PST a lot. I had a song about it, but I used PCP as the my lazy cover. But anyways, it's PST, not PCP. Come with me to to Northeast come with me to Northeast DC. We can buy some PCP. It kind of has its own little rhyme to it. That's why I threw it in like that. Come with me to Northeast DC. We can buy some PCP, not PST, because more people know what PCP is. Nah, I don't play games though. But I got Nintendos, but I don't play games. Me and Jimmy, man, we got percentage of Nintendos between us. NESs and Super Nintendos. We've got like a percentage of what's left on Earth, dude. We love them. I mean, SNES is too hard, man. Ask fucking, Off Grid because he plays that. Those games are way hard, bro. Way hard. I got that RoboCop series of games and shit. Those are way too hard, bro. You thought Contra was hard before you had a cheat code. Then you play that fucking SNES. What did I think was particularly hard? Well, Master Blaster. That's the hardest thing I've ever come across. I can't get beyond. I don't know if I'm supposed to jump out of the vehicle, I guess, but I don't know how to progress. So Master Blaster has to be the hardest game I've ever played because I have a block that I can't beat. And I didn't watch any tutorials. I guess I should. I just like to play Spartan X every once in a while. That's a good one. Easy game. The only challenge is the little short guys, right? The only challenge in the game is the short guys. They'll get on your leg, suck all your power. Uh, Shit like that. No big investment. I'm not going to waste time. I'm not going to a video game to hang out somewhere. Nope. You go to a video game, you should be dead in 3/4. You should be dead in 3/4. That's play and continue. And that's it. Leave it alone. You're not supposed to hang out in a virtual world for 6 hours. Fucks with your head, bro. Fucks with your head. Careful. Look at these kids, man. Ask them a question. No, I'm just kidding. Look for the My Little Pony. That's your sign. No, I'm just kidding. Look for the Japanese stuff. That's your sign. I'm just kidding. Everybody say, "Aw." That's what I'm gonna bring back to Tony Clifton. Everybody say, "Aw." But we do. But we do. Shit, that you know what that reminds me of? Kingpin, when he's like, "We don't raise our hands in anger against others because he's an Amish. We don't raise our hand in anger against others. Well, we do." Everybody say, "Aw." Hell yeah, Space Monkey. What's up, Kev? How you guys doing? Kev is in the house. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I didn't have any mods, Kev, but now I gotta be careful, man. Everybody say, "Oh, channel's getting all messed up." Oh, off the rails again. It only took 2 weeks. Oh. Anyways, I got no hate for that, man. I wouldn't pay 50 package. I would pay 35. But what's the difference? What's the difference? Excuse me. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, man. I got my drink token, man. That's all I really care about. I got my drink token. If I run out, I got one more. You guys should take me to the fucking casino, man. I'm the cheapest motherfucker to go with. I don't gamble. Take me to the casino. You can give me like $5. I'll throw them in the nickels, but I don't really gamble, so I just hold on to these drink chips. What's up? Was that cool? Just put that card back on the wallet and everything's cool. Yeah, man, let's all smoke, man. I'm gonna roll one right after. So I'm in. I'm committed. All right, watch that. The magic that they added that button. Everybody say, "Oh." It's not like StreamYard though. They don't have the audio monitor on the out. You know, because if nobody's here or something, I'll put on the avatar and say bounce, bounce, and just see if it works. You know, well, whatever. What they really don't have that StreamYard has is my MP3 asset thing where I can put the music. Right, I got those people permission, so I can put the music until. You know what I mean? So that sucks. Whew. Like I said, effect being 5, that doesn't mean nothing. If you got time, I mean, it's catching up on me, you know, all the time. If you got time for it, it's absolutely fine. I'm loving it for $0. You know? But I'll put some keef in it in a minute. Or some other bud. I don't have any other bud out here. Sus. Maybe I do. Oh, you didn't see it? Dang, man. He shared it the last couple days and he shared it today. Well, off grid. You answer, Kev, man. I think one of my videos that didn't get removed, you can see it on from like the past couple of days, but not the one that it did. Them looking good, man. Healthy. But today I saw like you pulling the leaves from the bottom. How many levels up? Because I know you don't want them down touching. What's up, kid? But how many levels up? Like 2 to 4? But it depends on the plant, obviously. I get that. Big boys, man. I mean, big girls, but you know, big plants, big winners. You know, in the big pots. Sorry about the gendering. I don't like to do that. We have all kinds, man. As children, we have every expression you could think of. Born as this, done that. My best friend, post-op this. My niece and nephew, post this and post that. They got everything, man. So I don't know. Ooh, that's the question. That's the question. Did you have any trouble in a specific strain? And are there some still to be sexed? Salacious interest. We'll have to send Off Grid a link so he can show Kev all this good. If I'm still here, if I'm still here, if I'm still here. If I'm still here, I sent you a join-in link off grid. I'm sure you still have Joe, right? So if you want to show Kev, come join up, bro. That's the best way, you know. What speaks louder than words? Actions. Pictures are worth 1,000. Think of your frame rate. Multiply that by 1,000. I can't do that math. I'll fall asleep. He may not want to join. It's totally up to him. But I sent him the link so he can just show it out, you know. But I believe there's 2 that he's still looking at that might come up bally, you know. If he's got time and he can show us, that'll be the best way, you know. Because it's a big deal. It's a legal grow, so it's not bigger than that. But he talked about how you can have 6 mature, 6 immature. He's got neighbors, you know, to pass on. All that stuff. All that legal stuff. Good for him. I don't know what it is here. I guess it's 4 to 6 plants for anybody over 21, I think. Yeah. which increases every day where I live. Huh? Everybody keeps aging, into. So yeah, for real. Yeah, for real. He can do it. He can comply. You know what I mean? Which is really, really, really an interesting thing. We can too in Virginia. I don't care. Like, I would never suffer to have to hit up a medical or a dispensary or a shop. Never, never. Dr. Green Thumb. Yep, yep. Dr. Green Thumb. I can hear the bass hum. I can hear the music when you say that. That's so funny, man. They knew they had it. They knew they had a song. He had to hold it until it was just right. He was like, that works. That fucking works. Especially when they do. Back then, they would do at least. I mean, they still do, right? So they did both versions, English and Spanish. You got that going. You got some? That would be really cool, Kev. That would be really cool. Yeah. I asked my wife for mine back. I gave them to her when it was time to germinate. I didn't germinate them myself. I just handed them to her, but I did put a little moisture in the pack. I won't lie. Anyway, she and subsequently was going to go to her mother's anyway, but left in total. So she's separated in total right now. And so when she was, she's here picking up stuff, and but she doesn't sleep here, right? So, but when she was, I was like, okay, let me get them, and then I put them in my pot. Put them in my pot. Just something to hang out with, an ornamental plant. That's it. You know, rando, and I don't have heavy expectations. I did do it 2 years ago, and I got two plants myself. I gave two away. I gave one to her. The ones I gave away all died. The ones I kept didn't. And I got little buds and a couple joints of some straight seven. It was really like a straight 7 out of 10. But hey, fun to hang out with them. I played music for the plants, everything. It's always worth a try, man. See what you get, man. See what you get. I know you got climate. I know you got climate. I know you got room. We back, Shaggy. What's going on, Andy? How you doing? Cheers. We're just talking about people growing that plant. People enjoying their time with the soil and toil, growing that Dutch. Cheers. I recently said to In It With It, Jack in Australia, recently, because he started smoking weed somewhere in the last 8 months of us kind of losing contact and him letting me back around, no problem. He's a cool dude. Anyways, I asked him and he says, well, it's for the benefits. So I was like, yeah, yeah, I get you. And then I asked him again, I'm like, the benefits. And he's like, it's called all benefits, Mike. It's called all benefits, this little plant, right? So he's in it, man. He wasn't in it before. I mean, he is in it and he's with it, but Australia, it's pretty tough because their culture is not really into, you know, what do they have? Indian hemp? No, it doesn't grow anywhere near there or anything like that. Their culture's not into it. They don't know. Hey, Remo, no problem there. Just one more. Yeah, anybody who wants to take me to a place like that, I'm the cheapest, man. You can give me $5 worth of nickels and a free drink. I'll be there all night, man. Trying to find free coffee and shit. The other day, I gave away a joint and a cigarette on the way home on like a 30-minute trip because I tight had to get home in time. I was like, damn, that was an expensive trip. I gave away a joint and a cigarette. I hope they had a hell of a time. You make me smile too, Harry. Shaggy. Doug was immediately thinking of the shag as the deed, and I was like, nah, I mean like like scuffy, like something like that, like shabby shaggy, The guys on the yard know. That's what I'm saying. Like, we always ran into the same people. Obviously, you don't know their names, but you become familiar, right? This is why if I go into an indie shop, if you don't put prices on shit, I don't buy it. Because even having that conversation and starting with you, hey, how much does this cost? That starts our relationship. I ain't into that. I got too many friends that I neglect because I don't have enough time for them to make any new ones. You know what I'm saying, Shaggy? So, with respect and with love to everyone, let's just keep it on the level. You're the Shaggy. He's a Shaggy. She's a Shaggy too. Cheers, my brother. That's all I can say. That was my soapbox moment. I'm gonna have some candy, some proper carcinogens. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's a common one? Well, a common one in the circles that I ran in, Andy, to be honest, would be either Jefe, Chief, or Balls. They say, "Hey, Balls," or they say, "What's up, Jefe?" Or they say, Hey, Chief, tell me," and like it's always diminutive. They're always fucking with middle managers saying, "You're not really the boss." What's up, Balls? What's up, Chief? What's up, Jefe? You're always tweaking them in the short and curlies, all that bullshit. But yeah, you want to make no offense, so you tell everybody, "Hey, I'll call you what I call you, Mac," and there you go. That way we survive. Full respect. No time to get any deeper. Let's go. On with the show. Long term driver. The yard skins come and go. That's for sure. That's for sure. And you can see people that are looking weak too, can't you? No need for names. They don't stick around. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and you can see them when they're getting weak too, man. I got a job at a cinder block plant, right, on a line, pushing blocks. Just cubing. I was cubing blocks, right? No big deal. But certain things are hard, and every day is throwing 70-pound this, 70-pound that, 120-pound this every once in a while, all fucking day, 10 hours. So you got to be up. Well, the guy who got me in, he was from a gas station. I've been in gas stations, but I've always done my own strong back work anyway. So, anyways, he didn't really, he was kind of a counter coaster in a gas station. But he gets me into the cinder block plant on a line. I'm on custom line. That's the first line. That's where they start everybody because it's the hardest. Because when custom comes and the fucking machines don't fit, everything goes to hell for half a day or half a day today, half a day tomorrow, whatever. So I get in there and I see him. Now he's been in for 2 weeks to be able to talk me in, and he's on line too. So he's moved up into a more comfortable spot, and I see him sweating, and I see him sweating, and I see him pushing a broom like he's olive oil, like with no fat, like just like this, like this wobbly waif thing, pushing a broom that's stiffer than his, and like I was like, dude, you're not gonna make it. I didn't say a word to him. What could I say? He starts making weird excuses. He's out the game. Tumbled right out. You know what I mean? And I never got to his easy ass spot. I stayed in the fucking hard spot. You know what I mean? So I didn't get to move up. That's the shit. That's what happens. Right, 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 right. And you pull your back out trying to jump ahead of yourself because you just want to move on, Andy. And that was the lifestyle. And you went in, balls out and full force, and you drop some of that. You burn some of your time, man. So now, Andy, I hope nobody asks you, nobody asks you to push a bin, even down the down to the curb or whatever. What do you call it? I don't know. But definitely don't need you to tip bins into the skip. It's not necessary any longer. It's not your job. You need to tell your story, Andy. It's Andy time. Like you said, the story, part one, part two. Put it on your videos. Don't do it with us chatting in. Don't do it with us chatting in. Do it on your own videos. So you have clarity and you plot it out. Just plot it out in simple, layout with boop, 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 plot points. Just give yourself little buzzwords. Start telling a story. Start telling a story. Don't let us interrupt and keep that little reference, just little buzzwords for you. Andy, we all want to hear it. We need to hear it, man. A diamond driller before that. Oh boy. Yeah. The one thing that I should never have done, I should have just said no, is in the cinder block plants. Obviously you're making a mix of sand and glue and water, to be simple about it. Sand, glue, water, whatnot. You make it into some sort of slurry. You put it into a mixer. The mixer goes into a hopper, which means, it directly just funnels into the next state, which will be molds, which will be cinder block shaped molds. I like whatever. It's like simple printing press bullshit. But up at the top, that little tumbler, like that last step before it goes in the chute, you have to go hit later when it's all dried with a chisel, And it's about, I don't know what the tube size is, but it's not a canoe, it's not a 2-man canoe. It's more of a 1.5-man size. And you have to chisel away with a very hard jackhammer type thing that's hitting you right back in the chest or right back in the, chin region. And that's something I just shouldn't have done, but I did it. I'm probably literally too claustrophobic to do so, but I did it. Cutting and sawing and drilling into concrete. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Your body is no way made for that. It's no way made for a vibration like that. Tattoo artists barely get away with it, just in the hand. But you're talking about in the core, in the transmission. I mean, not the transmission, but the T shape. What do you call it? The train, the drive train, the full articulation involved. Everything. He's a bit of a unit. He's a bit of a unit. He's got the strength. He's got the strength, blood. He's got the charm. He's got pizzazz. He's got that undefinable, I don't know what I said. I said that he's got it all, man. He's still a bit. Still a bit of a unit. Very strong, and of course you're strong, But there's a certain kind of strong that I have, that at least I didn't lose my hand like my one grandfather, or everything below the knee like the other. But there's a dumb strong. It is man and cannonball, and I should have just taken cannonballs. However many times it takes to make a career worth of cannonballs and go away with the kitty and take the fucking money and run. I don't know why I missed that, but I fucked up. And I should have made black and white photographs. But my father made a whole legacy of photographs. So when I publish his books, I'm going to get paid. I have tons of material to work with, and if I submit the best, they'll pay the rest. I'll see y'all later.